Hey guys, I'm here to give you my WWE RAW review, and know it's a little late since I'm on vacation now, but it is what it is. So this RAW happened on, oh I messed it up, happened on February 18th, 2013, and Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary for this RAW. And I'm going to say that this RAW was a pretty well done RAW. They did everything, well they did mostly everything right, but there was some stuff I didn't care for, but I don't really care, considering that this was a good Raw. So first it starts by telling you what's going to happen. They actually did a really nice job of this. They kind of showed like the road to WrestleMania, what happened last night at the Chamber, and saying that this is going to happen and then this is going to happen. So then it starts off with John Cena's promo. He said that he's going to face The Rock at WrestleMania, and he talks about everything that's going on with The Rock. And then CM Punk comes out and says that John Cena took the easy way out. Instead of facing The Rock, he couldn't face someone that beat you multiple times. So CM Punk says he wants Cena to walk away, considering that he deserves the match more than John Cena does, considering that CM Punk was a WWE champion for 434 days. So then Cena doesn't leave, so he offers to give Punk his match against with him next week. It's going to be Cena versus Punk. Winner faces The Rock at WrestleMania. So, well, Cena offered it for tonight, but then CM Punk decided to do it next week. So I think that's going to be fine. I think Cena's probably going to win that match. Because there's just no way CM Punk's going to win that match. Then we get Sheamus interview. He's talking about his loss, then Ryback walks by him. They get into an argument, they're about to have a fight. Then Chris Jericho calms them down and says that he's been around a long time and I'm not going to let the Shield take over, just like the Nexus tried to, and he mentions, I think, the NWO or something like that. Then we get Sin Cara versus Mark Henry. Mark Henry just squashes him. Henry wins with the world's strongest slam. And then Henry goes to continue the attack, but then the Great Khali comes out. Then it shows the United States Championship match from last night. We get a Fandango video package. It's very different this time. They're trying to promote this like hell, but you don't need to promote this. No one cares about Fandango. Then we get The Miz versus Antonio Cesaro in a no disqualification match. I actually liked this match. We had really good spots in this match. Cesaro picked up Miz like in a power slam position and drove his shoulder into the steel post. Cesaro wedged Miz's arm into the chair and put an armbar into it. He hit him in the throat with a kendo stick. What else did he do? Oh yeah, he hit him with the kendo stick while he was in the chair. Cesaro really went all out in this match. Miz then ended up drop toe holding Cesaro in the chair, hurting his neck. Then Miz put him in the figure four, and Cesaro ends up tapping to the figure four. This is probably leading into WrestleMania, where Miz is going to win the United States Championship. But I'm fine with that. Then we have the State of the United States address. Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter are saying how all the immigrants shouldn't ruin the country when they came to the United States, and that Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter are going to give them handouts. They're going to hand them the heck out of there. Then we have Team Hell No backstage. Daniel Bryan's not happy that Kane wouldn't hug him inside the Elimination Chamber. So Daniel Bryan went and asked for a match of his own, and Vicky put him in a match with Jack Swagger. Then Kane's going to ask for his match as well, and Bryan doesn't want Kane down there, and he's a man of his word, and he tells him not to be a snake, and he says he doesn't like snakes. And then we get Randy Orton comes up and says, and they go back and forth, and then that's obviously leading towards Orton and Kane having a match. Vicky Guerrero's backstage. She's talking on the phone with someone, saying how it's like her show now. So then Paul Heyman comes up and she says that she has like a surprise for Paul Heyman that could like change his career. And Heyman's says, what is it? And Vicky Guerrero is just going to wait till Paul Heyman goes out into the ring tonight. So then we have Dolph Ziggler with AJ Lee and Big E Langston versus Alberto Del Rio. Another good match here, pretty much like the main event they had on last Wednesday. Del Rio ends up getting the win with the cross arm breaker, and then Big E Langston lays out Del Rio, and I was just so mad because I thought Ziggler was going to cash in the Money in the Bank, but then they had to come up with the excuse to not give him the belt this time by having Rodriguez run away with the briefcase and Langston chase him. Then I guess he dropped the case, so AJ goes to get it, and then he gets it, and then Del Rio does that Insiguri kick, and that was it. That was just stupid. I hated that. I want Dolph Ziggler to hold the title. It's just like... Then we get the WCW Monday Night Nitro Volume 2 DVD ad. Wade Barrett comes out and cuts a promo. He pretty much advertises a new movie. I think it's called Dead Man Dead. And he's barely even in it. I actually didn't even see him. And then Sheamus just comes up and says that your time's up or something. Which is kind of stupid. Then we get Brodus Clay, Tensai, and Naomi versus Rosa Mendez, Primo, and Epico. Brodus Clay and Tensai get the win when they do the double splash to, I think it was Primo. And then they just dance around. Then we get the Prince Conference in the Superdome. That WrestleMania 30 is going to be in the Superdome. That's all I'm going to say to that. And then we get the State of the Union address. Pretty much more stuff about putting down the United States. They built up the title match by having saying that Jack Swagger not only restored conquered the chamber, but restored pride and honor back to the United States. And I'm just really liking what they're doing with this subculture Jack Swagger thing, and I'm fine with it because it's just like Jack Swagger always had this talent, and I think they're finally utilizing it. I just hope that he just goes right into the main event scene. But I think what's probably going to happen is Del Rio is probably going to win. Then Ziggler's just going to hopefully Ziggler cashes in and becomes the champion. I hope that happens. Paul Heyman backstage. Oh wait, then we get Jack Swagger with Zeb Coulter versus Daniel Bryan. They had a pretty good match here tonight. Bryan does that flying knee move off the ropes, does a suicide dive. Jack Swagger catches Daniel Bryan and throws him back first into the barricade because Daniel Bryan's ribs are all taped up. Then Bryan gets him in the no lock, but Jack Swagger's leg is so long that his leg can just touch the rope. Then Swagger starts to work over the leg, and Swagger gets him in the ankle lock, and Daniel Bryan ends up tapping out for the win. I think that's fine. Good. It's a good way to build up Jack Swagger to become the world champion by having him beat a guy like Daniel Bryan. Have him start to beat guys like Kane. Maybe even have him beat like Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, and then just have him go in strong into his title match, and have him attack Del Rio a couple times. So far, like unrated, this match doesn't sound good. Like if I went out and said it to someone, they probably wouldn't like it that much. But if they see what they're doing with it, I actually think that they would like it, because I actually am kind of looking forward to that. Then we get the WWEshop.com ad. This time it's The Rock's t-shirt, not Bryan's. WrestleMania 29 video package. We get Vicky Guerrero and Paul Heyman promo. And the big surprise was that Brad Maddox is the new assistant to Vicky Guerrero. But that wasn't the surprise, though. The surprise is that Paul Heyman said that he would do anything to get the no disqualification, that if The Rock gets DQ'd and counted out stipulation, he loses the title. But what ends up happening is Vince McMahon announces that he is going to be at Raw next week, and him and Heyman are going to have a fight. So I thought that was pretty awesome. It's going to be an awesome fight. So then we get the WrestleMania 29 ad. It shows John Cena and CM Punk segment. They get Chris Jericho, Sheamus, and Ryback versus The Shield. It's pretty much the same. It was pretty much kind of the same match as it was at the Elimination Chamber when it was Cena in it, but this time it was Jericho. Sheamus got the bro kick though on Dean Ambrose, and he sold that perfectly. Then I think it was Ambrose that hit the flying knee on Jericho and got him for the win, and the Shield gets another victory. I really like what they're doing with this group. You had him win at TLC, you had him win at the Rumble, now you had him win last night. This group is just looking awesome, and I think we're gonna get it looks like we're gonna get a Ryback heel turn, because last night at the pay-per-view, he was just walked away from his team. Tonight he was acting like a heel. So maybe instead of having Randy Orton turn heel at Mania, we're gonna have Ryback turn heel and face Sheamus. I think that's a nice twist, but we'll see how it goes. Then we get we get Kofi Kingston versus Damian Sandow. The match never starts. Sandow just attacks Kofi. They also cut the promo about President's Day. Sandow attacks Kofi, and R-Truth comes out and makes the save. And then we get DJ Coda and Andrian Hackley interview. They interview about the they're gonna be in the new Rock's new movie G.I. Joe. I heard of that, so it's not like it's nothing new to me. I don't really know what it's about, but they just pretty much comment about Rock. They just kind of promote the Rock. So then we get the ad for the movie of G.I. Joe. Then we get Fandango video package again. We get Randy Orton versus Kane. Decent match. Bryan comes out, distracts Kane, and Orton hits the RKO, setting up Bryan versus Kane at Mania. SmackDown ad, it shows Sheamus. The Rock's Championship celebration. I love what they did. They have the marching band come out. Rock tells a story. Then The Rock says that he's going to go into WrestleMania as WWE Championship champion, but he's not going in with that championship. So then he has he said that we don't want a championship that spins. So then he has some crew guy take it to the back, and he unveils a new title. It's a pretty good looking title. It's a Brahma Bull title. Then Cena comes out. Punk hits him in the back with the title, and I guess Cena's knocked out from getting hit in the back. So that's pretty much it for Raw. It was a pretty good Raw. Like, I actually enjoyed this Raw. Was it better than last week's? I'm gonna say yes, but I don't think we're gonna get Taker this year at Mania, because I think he would have been back by now. But they still have a chance, because I think what could happen is next week in the Cena Punk match, Taker could cost Punk the match. Then Taker could win, or Undertaker can during Vince McMahon's and Paul Heyman's fight, Undertaker could come out and Lesnar could come out and go to attack Vince again. Then Taker can come out and make the save, or they can have the same thing, but Triple H does it. I think what we're gonna look at right now at Mania is we're either gonna get Cena versus Rock for the title, Triple H versus Brock Lesnar 2, and Undertaker versus CM Punk. Or they could switch it up, and we could get CM Punk versus John Cena versus The Rock for the title, and just have Triple H versus Brock Lesnar 2. I don't know what direction they're going in, and they usually know what they're doing, but I think it's kind of hard what they want to do with Mania this year, because they don't know if Taker's going to be able to compete. So I can agree why they would not want they would a little iffy, but it still kind of doesn't feel like Mania. They need to do something to make me feel like it's Mania, because last year we had Taker come back, we had Jericho come back, and I actually hope, and I think we're actually also going to get Miz. But yeah, those are going to be the main matches. We're going to get Miz and Cesaro for the U.S. title, Bo Dallas versus Wade Barrett for the Intercontinental title. We're probably going to get either Sheamus versus Randy Orton or Sheamus versus Ryback. We're probably going to get Kane. We're going to get Kane versus Bryan. That's a definite one. They're going to have fun. Actually, they have to find something for the Shield. We might get Ziggler versus Jericho. The only definite match we know at Mania as of right now is Del Rio versus Swagger for the world title. But I think we're still going to get Rock versus Cena no matter what happens next week. But that's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back tomorrow to do my main event review.